Search continues for the man who is considered a person of interest in the death of his partner in Alabama. Take a look at pictures of 31-year-old Deundray Cottrell, who was just found dead on Saturday.
Welcome to another episode of JEiiNCLUSIVE. Please share, like, comment, subscribe, and set your notifications on so you are alerted every time I upload. Julian Morris, one of the partners to the late DeAndre Cottrell, took to social media this week for the first time in months to share a tribute post in remembrance of his late boyfriend. The post comes months after Birmingham police released that he was missing and a person of interest in relation to Katrell's murder.
We're following a big breaking news update on a missing persons case in Birmingham. The body of Deundray Cottrell, who disappeared on July 4th, has now been found. Police are looking for the man on your screen, Julian Morris, because they say he may be the last person to have seen Katrell. Police found Katrell's body in Eastlake on 5th Avenue South this afternoon. Now, there is a lot to break down and still a lot of unanswered questions. So our Brady Talbert is live and on your side in Birmingham. So Brady, what's the latest?
Well, Lauren, Birmingham police believe Morris may have been Katrell's partner, and that's why they want to talk to him so bad, because they believe he could have been the last person to have seen him alive. Of course, you know, Katrell went missing on the 4th of July. Police say he was last seen leaving a home on 4th Avenue South. They believe he was celebrating the holiday with his family there. Of course, today, a massive update in this case. His body was found here in Eastlake on 5th Avenue South. Right now, investigators are calling his death suspicious, listing it as an unclassified death investigation until they have more answers that would come from an autopsy. Officers credit.
So today's the day. Here's our story. This is DeAndre Dominique Cottrell. He was my baby, my partner, my heart, my best friend, my man, my man. He was my favorite person in the whole world. He loved everybody open-heartedly, the most gentle soul you could ever meet. Unfortunately, God needed this angel, and I had to come to terms with that. During the time I was supposed to be grieving my baby's passing, folks tried to slander my name and accuse me, out of all people, with terrible allegations. That is called defamation of character. So with that being said, me and my family decided to hire a lawyer for that specific reason. For those who feel the need to open their mouths during a really traumatic time of my baby's passing and my grieving, please feel free to keep talking and showing your true colors, because baby, I've screenshotted everything. This is the most mature route I have to take. You will remember his name and how he didn't play about me. He is always with me, and I still have enough heart to pray for the ones who lost him as well. God doesn't like ugly. So many of you will never see that side of me. I encourage those who are harnessing guilt, shame, sadness, and grievance from this tragic loss to seek healing and peace. Don't turn into a bitter person. My angel is right where he needs to be now. Love you, Papa. Thank you for being there when I needed you most. Thank you for showing me how to be gentle with myself. If it wasn't for your love, Dre, I wouldn't have made it through this, my king. Rest in heaven and save me a spot next to you, please. P.S. If you have nothing nice to say, please keep it cute or keep it mute. Drop a heart for my babe. We're pushing forward with love and life. Thank you, respectfully and always, Julian. Katrell's sister, Angelica Harris, told police that Morris was the last person to have seen Katrell before he was found dead.
Corn spoke with DeAndre's family and the Birmingham Police Department. He joins us live in Atlanta with the very latest on this investigation tonight. Cody.
Ron, Jennifer, tonight, Birmingham police say their top priority is tracking down Julian Morris, who they believe holds the answers to what happened to DeAndre.
He's on our social media platforms. We need to speak to him as soon as possible.
As of Monday night, Birmingham police say despite claims Julian Morris has reached out,
that's not true. No one in our homicide unit has been contacted by Julian.
Julian and DeAndre Cottrell were partners, along with a third man, DeEric, all living in Atlanta. On July 4th, DeAndre's sister says he came to visit.
Julian actually drove DeAndre's car here. That was the first time that we had ever seen D without DeEric and him just singly with Julian. Like, that was kind of odd for us.
Angelica Katrell says DeAndre assured her things were fine.
Whatever was going on, I was under the impression that he had full control over the situation.
A few hours after showing up,
9 o'clock, the kids went out and started popping fireworks. And that's when D decided that he would go in and check on their dog.
the the last time she would see him. About an hour later, Julian approached Angelica, who was still outside with family.
He said it so nonchalant, so calm, you know, hey, your brother just jumped out of a window, and it was just like everybody stopped what they were doing, immediately turned on flashlights and just went to looking.
She says except for Julian.
He was back at the house having him a 4th of July plate.
2 days later, police found DeAndre's body.
He was 1 block away from where he went missing.
Cody, really a lot of unanswered questions here with this story. Do we know what happened to Julian Morris? And if he was there, where did he go?
That's the same question I had, Jennifer. I asked Angelica, and she said they just got some bad vibes from him when he was not out searching for her brother. She's a mother of 5 and just did not want him in that home after he was acting so strangely and not out looking for DeAndre. She says they didn't just want to put him on the streets. They said he could go to another family member's house, but apparently he did not go there. Now, you heard that they drove DeAndre's car to Birmingham. She says they still have that vehicle, but his keys are missing tonight. In Atlanta.
For the first time, we are hearing from the attorney representing the man Birmingham police call a person of interest in the death of Deundray Cottrell. We've been on top of this story for days after the Atlanta resident disappeared and days later was found dead. Fox 5's Eric Perry has the latest in a story that seems to be growing by the day.
Julian has all the motivation in the world to love this man, where there's another individual who has reason to hate.
Defense attorney for Julian Morris, Victor Revel, wasted no time defending his client.
They named him person of interest. I think they've also named him a possible suspect. There have been many in social media who have labeled my client as a murderer. They've been judge and jury. And if you look at the situation, if you look at all the facts, it has been impossible for him to commit the crime.
Birmingham police named Morris as a person of interest in the murder of 31-year-old Deundray Cottrell. According to police, Katrell went missing the night of 4th of July. Officers found his body in a detached shed 2 days later.
As far as I know, we still have not discovered the technology for a person to be in 2 places at one time. From that time that Deundray Cottrell is gone and possibly getting murdered, Julian Morris is with Deundray Cottrell's entire family. When they say the math ain't mathing, the math ain't mathing.
Police say they talked with Morris the night Katrell went missing, but have yet to talk to him since the body was found. I asked Mr. Revel directly, if your client is innocent, then why not talk with police and cooperate?
If everybody is going to crucify Julian and make it out as he's done something wrong and play judge and jury, I would be a horrible attorney to advise my client, yeah, let's go give a statement now. So everybody will say, you the guy. No, he's going to wait and hopefully a thorough investigation will happen. If a thorough investigation happens and no one rushes to judgment, we'll get to the truth.
Instead, he points the blame at a third person he alleges was in the relationship. Revel claims Katrell and Morris ended things with him the day before. We're not sharing his name as police have not named him as a person of interest or a suspect.
He was no longer in that relationship. And that tripart relationship was no longer part of it. Matter of fact, they just broke up the day before. And that's why he wasn't invited to be there. And he was no longer.
This past October, the third partner they are referring to, DeEric Williams, posted a message to DeAndre on what would have been his birthday. For the last 14 years, my goal was to make you the happiest man on earth, especially on this day. It's your day, and I still look for that perfect smile when I wake up. They say fake it till you make it, but I don't know how much more I can fake. It's so hard when you're not around. We moved as a unit, moved as one, yin and yang. Your absence is felt daily, and nothing in this world can fulfill it. I know I'm not perfect, but damn, you made me feel flawless, unstoppable. Your mind with my energy was a force, a blessing. It's crazy living without you. Even though justice still hasn't been served, I fight for you every second of every day. When I dream of you, I never want to wake up. I'm doing my best to cope. May our souls meet again. You know you are forever and eternally loved. Happy birthday to a king taken away too soon. My life isn't the same without your love. So what do you guys think? Are both men innocent until proven guilty? Did DeAndre take his own life? If so, how did he end up in the shed after allegedly jumping out of a window? Sound off in the comments. Oh, and if you would like to donate, Julian's GoFundMe to support his legal defense is still up. A link to it is in the description box.
Thank you.